So in this lecture, we're going to build on what we just talked about and see how to trade a strategy like pair trading. So let's take a look at another pair of coins, one that I think is one of the best. And this is Gas USD. So I can put Gas USDT here. And versus, actually, let's put Gas USD based on Binance versus Gas compared to Neo USD, and let's take it on Bitfinex. Okay, let's put them both in line charts. So I can see that these two, and let's put a 1 hour chart, they're very, very co-integrated. Look at this. When one of them drops, look at this, how fast the other one is dropping. One of them is going up, they're super, look at how correlated they are. Ridiculous, right? Look at this, how fast they're both dropping simultaneously. So this is a very good pair. Why? Because there's a fundamental reason why they are so correlated / co-integrated. And the reason is because gas is generated by Neo. When you have Neo, it automatically generates gas for you. So there's a fundamental reason. Now, so let's see if we can trade these two together. Now, one thing you want to know is that if you want to be able to short one of them, it has to be shortable. And not all coins are shortable, okay? So what you have to do is you have to check on the exchange where you're going to be shorting. So example, if you are shorting on Bitfinex, you can log into Bitfinex. I actually can't. Let me log in out of screen. But you log into Bitfinex. I'm not going to do that now. And once you log into Bitfinex, you can actually, okay, well, here I am. I'm logged in. You can actually go in this section here, funding, and see which coins you are allowed to fund, right? And usually the ones that you're allowed to fund, sometimes not all of them, you are allowed to short as well. So just make sure that the one you want to short is shortable. In this case, I can short Neo. Neo is one of the coins that I am allowed to short on Bitfinex. And let's see where it is here. Should be here somewhere, Neo, right? So Neo I can short. So for this pair, I will be able to trade it. I can go long gas and I can go short Neo, but I'm not going to be able to go short gas and long Neo, right? I have to be long gas and short Neo all the time. So I have to make sure that I will only be able to trade the pair in a specific direction, not in both directions. That's something to know. And it's something also when you're doing research to find pairs that you want to trade, you have to make sure that one of the pairs is shortable. So you have to check on Bitfinex, or if you're trading on another exchange, check that this coin is shortable. It's one of the issues we're having right now in the cryptocurrency world, is that the amount of shortable coins is very small, but this is going to change with time. So as time goes by, more and more coins will be shortable. So let's take a look at this one, okay? We have gas, and we decided to use gas USD, and we're just gonna get the calculated value by TradingView, put it here. Now let's put 3 charts like we've done earlier, like this. So we have gas here. Then we want to have Neo USD, and we have that on Bitfinex because this is where we're going to be shorting. So Neo USD on Bitfinex. So we have it here. Then we calculate the ratio, right? And the ratio is going to be, let me just get a calculator here. Gas, which is trading at let's go all the way here. Yeah, gas, which is trading at $1, 1.73 divided by Neo, which is trading at $9.72, gives us a ratio of 0.178. Okay, we can use that, 1.78. Usually I like to round it, so you know what? Let's just use 0.18. I like to keep it simple because you don't want to get, the ratio is going to change with time, and you don't want to change it every day, you want to, if the pair really shifts and is changing, is trading at a different ratio, then you change it, but not for very, very small amounts. So I would change it if it's closer to, if it's at 0.17, I'll use 0.17. If it's at 0.18, I'll use 0.18, 0.19, 0.19, but I'm not going to start going more decimals than that. So let's use 0.18 as a ratio. So I'll go here and I'll draw gas USD. I'll choose the same one that I've chosen. Minus NEO USD USD on Bitfinex, right? Times 0.18. And here we go. I have my chart. And as you can see in this chart, it's very stationary. We're moving sideways because this is just the spread between these two. I'll add an indicator here for Bollinger Bands. And here we go. And I'm going to see if I can find a trade here just to show an example of what it would have looked like. So let's say for example, when it dropped here, I want to buy this pair here. Then where am I actually buying it? Well, let's take a look. And this is going to start making more sense for you as, you see, let's see here, as you see the logic or how we calculate these things. Okay, here we go. You can see here that my mouse, when I move my mouse here, it moves on my other charts. And the reason for that is because these charts are all linked. So I have a 4-hour chart here. Let me put 4 hours everywhere. 4 hours. 4 hours. Okay, good. Yeah, you'll see that whenever I'm moving my mouse, it's moving elsewhere as well, right? And the reason for that is because they're linked, so we have the same candles everywhere. So if I look at this candle and this candle, I can see the prices here at the top moving. This candle's closing price, and I'll put this down on a piece of paper here. This piece of candle, the closing price is at minus 0.186818, right? And for gas, my closing price is at 1.784722. And for NEO, my closing price is 10.95. So let's see what the calculation should give us, right? If gas just closed at 1.784722 and NEO closed at 10.95, then my pair should give me what? It should give me gas minus NEO times the ratio, which is 0.18, right? Which should give me minus 0.186 something, right? 186. And look at this. What do I have here? Minus 1 here. You look at the top here at the close. Here on this candle, minus 0.186. Exactly the same thing. So if I do this minus this one, it gives me that. So if I enter my position here, right? And I exit, let's say I wait and I either exit at the middle line or at the top line. How much money would I make, right? That's what we want to know. Because this is what we're doing. We're going to buy the pair here. We're going to buy gas and short NEO. And then when they reconverge here to this point, I will exit the position. Or I can exit here in the middle. Let's actually exit in the middle even. That's a safer bet. Buy at the bottom, exit in the middle. Or short at the top and exit in the middle. So since I'm longing, I'm going to exit here on this middle line. So how many coins should I buy? Well, first off, let's see how much I want to bet. So example, I'm going to have to put a stop loss. So where would I put a stop loss? So let's say, for example, I want to put a stop loss if it drops all the way to here. I'm going to take my loss, okay, at minus 50. And I'm entering at minus 18, right? So that's about a loss of 32, right? Okay, so I can lose 32 cents here, or 30.32. So if I'm willing to lose $200, let's say my account has 10,000, I'm willing to lose 200 because it's 2%. I just divide like a regular stop loss by 0. It's 32 cents. And that tells me get 625 shares, coins. Coins of what? Gas, right? So if I'm getting 625 gas, I'm getting 625 gas. How much am I shorting of NEO? I'm going to be shorting 0.18 times that. So I'll be shorting 112 NEO. Why? Because NEO is so much more expensive that if I want to be dollar hedged, shorting the same amount of dollar, I need to get less of it, right? Because it's a more expensive coin. So this gives me the quantities. Now imagine I did buy here. So this, my entry price was here, like I said. And I want to exit here. Well, how much money would I make? Let's check it out. Well, if I exit here on this candle, and let me draw the prices again here, or write them down. If I exit on this candle, where I'm exiting at minus, look at the closing price on top, minus 0.11422. Right? Here I can see those prices here, and here as well when I move my mouse. Right? So I'm exiting at minus 0.11422, which at that price, gas is at 1.8098, and NEO is at 10.69. Right? So if I did enter here at, this was my entry, and I exited here, and this was my positions, how much money would I have made? Well, let's check it. Here I entered at this price. Now my exit, I looked, and my exit was at minus 0.11422. And here at that price, gas was at 1.8098. And NEO is at 10.69. And again, this I could have just done this minus that times 0.18. Gives me the same thing, right? 11.4, right? So same thing. So how much money would I have made? Well, I can calculate it like this. I can go and be, well, on gas, I made this amount of money, right? Times the amount of coins that I have, which is this one. So I've made this much money. And on NEO, I was short. So NEO, I go, so gas actually went up, right? So I made money because I was long. And NEO actually went down. So I actually made money on both. And NEO went from this to that because it was a short position. And I have made on NEO times the amount of NEO coins, this much money. So total was 44 bucks. Okay. Now, if let's say, how else could I have calculated this? Was there a simpler way to calculate this? Well, let's say I look at the difference between my entry price and my exit price. So I've made about 0.07, right? So I can go like this minus this one. Okay, this is how much my pair has moved. What if I do this and I multiply it times gas? Look at what I get. I get the amount of profits, right? So when you're pair trading, you can literally forget about each individual coins. And instead of doing all of these calculations, you could just look at the pair. And the amount of money you make on the pair, in our situation, 7 cents, well, you can multiply that times the quantity of coins that you got from your initial coin. And that'll give you your total profits, right? So when you're trading this, you don't need to look at gas individually and NEO individually and start calculating your prices. You can just look at the pair here and be like, hey, if I buy here, well, where can I take my stop loss? Here, and look at the chart and be like, well, you know what? If I put it somewhere here, that's very safe. It's very unlikely to go. So I'm going to put my stop loss here, and then use this chart to calculate the amount of coins, and whatever amount of coins it gives you, that's the coins that you put for your first coin, which in our case is gas. And NEO, you just multiply time the ratio to get the amount for your NEO coin. And when you're taking profit, if you want to know how much money you'll be making, you'll be like, well, if I buy here and I sell here, well, how much profit is that? Oh, it's 7 cents. Okay. Times the amount of coins that I have. Oh, it's 44 bucks. That's how much I'll be making on the pair, because this is a graphical representation of the pair, not just one coin. Okay. So I can buy here, sell here, and know how much money I'm making. And this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be looking at this, and you're going to be trying to buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. Unfortunately, we cannot short this coin. Otherwise, here we would have shorted and bought back, shorted and bought back, shorted and bought back. And we can't short it because gas is unshortable at any exchange rate now. So it sucks. So this one we can only trade from the long side. But again, so many good long trades. You could buy here, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Look at all of these opportunities. Okay? All of these opportunities. And sometimes it's going to move a lot. It's going to go all the way down, come back up, go all the way down, come back up. And you have all of these potential trades. Okay? You see it's very, very stationary. Okay? So, yeah, this is the pair trading strategy. Let's see if I have something else on my slides for that. Yeah, let's come in here. So you want pairs that are highly correlated. At least one must be shortable. Okay, so this is something you have to be certain of. Some other people actually buy a lot of coins and they kind of use them to short it fictitiously, but that's a more advanced concept. You just want to find that you are able to short them somewhere. Check out Bitfinex and make sure that you can short it on that exchange if you want to be able to trade a specific pair. Position sizing, I showed you one entry. Use the one entry as your beginning. More advanced traders are going to do layered entries where they're, as the pair deviates, they add more to their position. Now, this is way harder because then your computation for stop loss becomes way harder because you have to compute your stop loss on multiple different trades, okay, and anticipate that from the beginning. So in the beginning, just start with a simple entry. If you're really advanced and you want to go deeper into that, then start looking at layered. But yeah, this is one of the most popular trading strategies. If you want to start trading it, make sure you test trade it. You can simulate trade it just on TradingView, just to make sure that you are generating money. And honestly, because you're going to make so many mistakes in the beginning when you're drawing the chart, when you are entering your positions, because you have to enter 2 positions simultaneously, when you're calculating how many coins, you are going to make mistakes. It's an advanced strategy. It takes weeks to get used to it. So if you are interested in it, practice it, simulate it for a bit to make sure that you're able to do it correctly before ever putting a real cent in. And keep track of your profits to see if you are profitable at it or not, okay? So you have to make a lot of trades and, really practice it a lot before ever attempting this strategy in live. Okay, so that does it for pair trading. I'll see you guys in the next lecture.